salute to you for tuning in. This is my show. Kin up, kin down. How vulnerable can you be? How transparent can you be? How PC would you rather be? Would you rather sugarcoat it? So kin up, you gotta be extremely raw, with whatever you're saying. And kin down, you have to, that's when you want to tone down your expression, okay?
Tell them expression is gold.
Jewish people, okay. I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna kin down. These Kanye talked about these niggas woke up and his bank account was zero. I don't need to be David right now. But peep, this I'm gonna ask it as a question, okay? First, let me say this. When you are white, right? In America, automatically, it's assumed that you have white privilege. Some people, many people will say it's a fact, okay? Now, I know some Jewish people, because not all Jewish people are white, but the ones that are representing the culture right now, you know what I'm saying? The ones that are in position who are kind of like the poster child of being Jewish people are white or white presenting. I'm sure if you ask them, they might say something different. But when you ask people what a Jewish person look like in America, they will usually show you a picture of a white presenting people socially. Let's agree to that, okay? Because that's the facts. Now, if you are Jewish, right, because of the Holocaust, you can be a victim of society, right? Just like how black people, because of slavery, can be victims of society. So in that minority group ideology that's been created, you kind of have a leeway to say, hey, people, watch what you say about me, because things like this is what resulted into my people being perished, killed, enslaved, tortured, and this. So you have that, right? So you can be a victim, essentially, okay? Now, when you're a black, you just black. So you can be a victim, but you can never be in a position of power, right? In this system, okay? But there are Jewish people that can also, right, be a victim, but also because of being white, have white privilege. Now, to me personally, I will ask a question. Isn't that absolute power? To be able to say, hey, what you said is anti-Semitic, so you should be penalized for that. And then on the flip side of the coin, to also be able to enjoy white privilege because of how you naturally present. Is that absolute power? Yes or no? So the nigga can only have one side of the coin, right? Which is, he's a victim. So now I want my reparations. I want this. I want affirmative action because of this. But the nigga cannot, run the country or run certain things or have certain power. He's limited. He's in the ghetto, right? He is caged in because he's a nigga and he can't change his skin color to enjoy another type of privilege, right? Now, there is a certain type of Jewish person, because Jewish people are black, white, green, purple, all of it, right? But there's a certain type of Jewish person that can enjoy white privilege and can also be a victim. And so they have two cards to play with. that particular Jewish person, not all Jewish people, okay? So, is that absolute power, yes or no?
Tell them expression is gold.
Vulnerability, okay. So, yeah, I can't. This is actually funny. My whole life, I've been single my whole life. Never been in an official relationship. Never gave no woman a title. I done been around the whole world twice, 42 plus countries. A lot of enjoyment, a lot of sex, a lot of fucking. At this point, see, I could be alone. See, that's a good and a bad thing. When there's people who they can't be alone, they feel lonely, and then they need somebody. So they will fall in love, and even in a fake way, just so they can have somebody. They would tell a girl, I love you, I need you, just so they can have somebody, right? Me, I can be alone. And then I can also go out there, be an extrovert, and do my thing, and socialize and all of that. But having the gift of being able to be by myself and enjoy my own company, at a certain age, you realize that it's not good for a man. Because one day you're going to need a woman to wipe your ass. Now, I ain't saying that's all a woman is good for, because they're good for a whole lot more. But you don't want to be 70, 80, 85, 90, and you alone, and you ain't got nobody to wipe your ass. So to be vulnerable, this is one truth that I've realized. Marriage, it's not about, fuck the idea of marriage, but a union between a man and a woman is damn near human necessity. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. Now, when I get married, I don't know. Do I want to? I do. Because you need another human being to assist you in this walk of life. And I've come to that truth and I accept it. Even if I do not get married, I still believe, I don't believe in this shit. You know, I don't need a man. I don't need a bitch. I don't believe in that shit, man. Like, maybe I used to. You know, I don't think I always vocalize it. Maybe sometimes I have when I'm trolling. But the truth, what I've come to the conclusion right now is you need a woman. Like there come a certain point in time where even the man that can be alone, you're gonna be lonely. You don't have no kids, you don't have no wife. Is you gay? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you gay, like you still gonna have a partner, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, talking in the straight sense, you know, I think a man definitely in his journey, the further you go, you will realize that the company of a woman is very important. You know, you sometimes need somebody you can share your darkest secrets with, because if you keep it all to yourself, sometimes it becomes so dark that it consumes you and it darkens all your light. You know, sometimes when you give it to a woman, she can take it and recreate it and give birth to that darkness and turn it into a whole new light. You need somebody that can walk around you and say, hey, this is not how you should be moving. You need somebody to check you. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to be there for you and hold you down. You know what I'm saying? How we grew up, you know, because I'm straight, I would say I need a woman. Now, for somebody who was on the other side who was gay, maybe to them, they would need a man. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works in their dynamics, but for me, I've come to that conclusion that marriage is hella important. You see them old people walking around, it be two of them, and they still be looking bored, and they still be looking like lonely and fucked up. Now imagine if it's just one of them. Even when they have company, they're fucked up. So imagine when it's just you and you 70, 80 and you ain't got nobody. So right now, realizing that, I need to invest in a woman that I can at least have wipe my ass. She might, you know what I mean, kick me when she wiping my ass like, fuck you, nigga. Your dick don't work no more. But she's still gonna be there. Now imagine if nobody's there.
Tell them expression is gold.
Story time. Yeah, I'm a kin down for this because I can't give too much about this person I'm gonna talk about, but you know what I mean? Like, we still gonna get into the motherfucker. So, boom. All right, when I was in Brazil, I was in Brazil 3 years in and out, okay? Altogether 3 years. All right, so at one point in time, I was in the nightlife heavy in Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, you know what I'm saying? I was heavy over there. And a lot of the foreigners would come and they would see me and they'd be like, yo, where is the best place to party at? And I'll take them. I would usually take them to go get hoes, okay? So, I became so familiar with the niggas that was running the street shit that if I brought foreigners, it don't matter, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever, to get hoes, they was protected because you knew they coming with me. I'm good people. Everything's going to be cool. So I had that pass. So if I bring a foreigner, I ain't paying for shit. I'm going to bring you over here. You're going to get you some hoes. You might have to get me some hoes too. You getting all my drinks. I'm your guide. I'm your night guide. You understand what I'm saying? So one day I'm standing outside of a club, you know what I'm saying? And this Japanese dude, I think this is during the World Cup. Japanese dude is like, yo, we talking, we start off, we talking, and he's like, yo, what can I party, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want some hoes, don't you? I bet. Come on, I got you. While we riding over there, he's showing me pictures of his wife. He just got married. Now, listen, when I was young and I was in Brazil, that shit was amazing, but it kind of fucked me up because I saw wives that cheated and I saw husbands that cheated. So it fucked up my whole shit about marriage. But anyway, so we go, you know what I mean? He got money. He get 3 hoes. He with one in the corner, one waiting. I'm with the other one in the corner. We reading the Bible, going through the chapters. He over there. I'm past Genesis at this point right now. I'm probably at Matthew and shit. New Testament. Man's over there can't open his Bible. I look at the woman over there. I could tell through her eyes and her soul, his Bible's small. I got my big Bible. I'm still reading my shit. I'm reading my Bible. Now I'm probably at Revelations. I'm about to close this whole goddamn chapter. I see the nigga, and I think at this point in time, he definitely had concluded that he wasn't going to be able to get into the spiritual world that night. So he said, day off for you, it's your birthday. I said, come on, let's read this Bible. So we all started reading the Bible together. And I got out of there like, yo, these stereotypes, they be fucking true, huh? It's crazy. But that was an experience, man. I got so many Brazil stories I'm going to share with y'all as we go. But yeah, this is one of my biblical stories from Rio de Janeiro.
Tell them expression is gold.
I'm a kin up for this. I mean, this is easy. Look, we talk about the black dollar all the time. It's what I want to talk about. Talk the black dollar, like, okay, yeah, black people have trillions of dollars or whatever the fuck niggas be saying. Oh, but they don't keep it in the community. They send it out. Okay. The conversation I want to have is that I think black people should charge more. Okay? It's as simple as that. I think black people should turn black into luxury. You know what I'm saying? You go to places where black people are, for somebody that's traveled around the world, Jamaica, Africa, wherever black people are, they charge less. I think black people should just up the price. Up the price everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Up the price everywhere on everything. Just up it. You know, we should determine value. We should determine value and say, this is usually $5. We're going to charge $50. Why? Because the black person made it. You know what I'm saying? Create your own value. Now, if somebody comes from a different culture and buys it, cool. The money should stay in the community and circulate, right? And other black people should buy it too, but keep the money inside. So if you buy my product that's $50, right? If I'm selling a hair cream that's $50 and you come buy it, I come to your restaurant and I spend that on the food that you selling. One hand wash the other, you know? But I don't think as black people, we really know value. This is the smartest and probably emphasis on the dumbest black people have ever been. Like, niggas is so dumb that it's ridiculous. And I say niggas is dumb, including myself, all of us, because I'm looking at 1,000 years from now, when historians are looking back at black people and they're looking at this time, they would be like, wow, these niggas had the most resources and they were the dumbest when they had the most resource. First of all, we still crying about slavery. Niggas is not slaves right now on dogs. Every nigga has access to the internet. Every nigga has access to resources. You know what I'm saying? Back then in slavery, they did not have no fucking... Yo, the shit that niggas can do now, them slaves, if they could open their eyes and see this, forget about it. All them people in Africa that died, all them people in America that died, in Brazil, in Haiti, if they could open their eyes and see what we have access to right now, forget about it. But guess what we do? We're talking about gender shit. We're talking about snitching. Who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? Who's a rat? Who's da-da-da? And these white people are talking about making uranium to make more atomic bombs. Who owns satellite? Who controls airspace? Who owns water? This is the conversation these white motherfuckers be having. When they sit there, they say, this is my land. I don't care how many niggas live there. It's my land. This is my water. This is my ocean. Okay. You want that? All right, give me this. And then we can share this ocean. Okay, your Navy SEAL can be here. My Navy SEAL can be here. That's what these white people in power, these Asians in power, this is what they talk about. We ain't having this type of conversations as niggas. We're not. And it's the time to seize power. So that goes to my point. How do we bring value to ourselves? When you look at what we value, it be so minimal and so stupid in comparison to our competition when it comes to the other race of people that's winning against us and the things that they value. And that's why I say we should up the price. Up the price. Up it. Start from there. But we should up it. We should up our value. We should up the conversations. We should up the dialogue. All this taboo shit. White people are so curious. They say the earth is not enough. We want to go to the moon. Niggas be like, I don't do that because I'm black. I don't do this because I'm black. I don't hike because I'm black. I don't do that because I'm black. I only roll blunts. I don't smoke papers. That's white people shit. You feel me? The limitation is so crazy, you know? So that's why you should up the price, up the value, up the conversation, cross all lines, question everything. Expression is gold. You know what I'm saying? Break all taboos so we can crack open our minds and expand our consciousness. It's the Renaissance era.
Tell them expression is gold.
Okay, so this is going to be like a story about a personality, okay? So me and my homegirl, Diamond, and her homegirl, we went to Mexico, okay? And like, it was like, what's the place called? Playa de Carmen. Yeah, that's where we stayed at. And we went to a strip club. And it was like, oh, fam, the strippers were dressed like, I don't even know how, they were like what's that shit? Apron. Like they were like dressed like they was wearing apron and shit. I don't know what theme that shit was. Fam, that shit was not turning me on at all. My homegirl Diamond, bad as fuck. And the other Asian girl that was with us, Diamond is light skinned, and the Asian girl, two chicks, they was badder than all the strippers in that Mexican club. Now I look up, at some point I'm kind of distracted. I look up, I see a bunch of niggas. I'm like, how a bunch of niggas in Mexico? And all these niggas look like they either been to jail before, just got out of jail, or might go to jail. Cause them niggas working out. And when niggas working out, I just usually assume, like, when niggas work out and they don't look like suburban niggas or like a nigga that is a lawyer, I just assume that they either been to jail, about to go to jail, or just got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I see a bunch of niggas, and you could tell them niggas, like, their faces and their body mannerisms, I couldn't see their feet, but they was giving me the vibes like they were wearing Timbs. So I started thinking these might be some New York niggas. I see one of the niggas and his head is down when he's asleep, and he like, yo, is that Jadakiss? I swear, I'm looking. I can't believe, what is Jadakiss doing over here? You know what I mean? Next thing I know, my homegirls is over there talking to the niggas. I'm like, damn, they got my homegirls. It's a wrap for me, man. And they got like four or five chicks with them. Them chicks get on the pole and they start twerking. So they seem like they're some strippers themselves. You feel me? The Mexican girls get overshadowed by them strippers that Jadakiss and his crew got. And now them strippers got my homegirls on the stage dancing too. So I'm like, yeah, they done recruited my homegirls. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole orgy. They gonna gangbang the fuck out of them, and it's a wrap, man. You know what I'm saying? I already created my Mexico story in my head of everything that was gonna take place, and I had to humble myself and take it. I'm the only nigga here. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how many niggas is here. I gotta take this one and sit this one out. This for the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homegirl come to me. She like, yo, Jada and them about to go back to the villa. I'm ready for her to say, yo, we'll see you tomorrow. She like, yeah, we said if you don't come, we ain't going. I say, that's my bitch. Let's go. Bang, bang. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We hopping 2 vans. I got to give off the energy that I ain't no pussy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think it. When you think it, you execute it. It's a bunch of niggas. I told you, I already described how these niggas look. So, you know what I mean? I don't look like them niggas, but that's where you got to stick. You got to sit tall. Your shoulders got to be up. You got to look, every nigga you talk to, you got to look them in the eye. And when you look them in the eye, pierce into their soul and speak into their soul. I ain't no pussy, nigga, but I respect you. Whatever happens tonight happens. You understand what I'm saying? So, we get to the villa, and check this out. Man, my baddie's about to fucking die. So, I need to fucking...
Tell them expression is gold.
Motherfucker, how the fuck my baddie about to die, cuz?
Tell them expression is gold.
So, we get to the villa. We get in. There's like 3 pools. Looking into, I believe there was an ocean there. And was there an ocean? I believe. And there's mad rooms where we all sitting out. You know? And listen, man, like, I grew up on Jadakiss. Like, you talk about rappers that I listened to when I was growing up that I was, like, amazed by, who, like, not just had flow, but said shit that stuck in my head. Talking about Hove, Pac, Biggie, Nas, Jada, to name a few. Big L. So imagine I'm sitting in this villa in Mexico next to Jadakiss, and he's talking about, you know, hip hop stories, and he clowning, and the nigga is the same in person. The same. You know what I mean? And, you know, them other niggas, you know, they're talking, my homegirls is bad. They're talking to my homegirls, but everybody's like respectable. And we having a fucking great time. Some of the niggas jump into the pool with the girls and shit. You know what I mean? They having fun over there. You know what I mean? And then it was like around 7 a.m. And, you know, we wanted to go to Chichen Itza, right? Chichen Itza. If y'all know, that's a 7-world wonder, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I went to Mexico, because my goal was to see all the 7-world wonders, and I've seen like 4 of them, okay? So, you know, 7 a.m., like, we could have still stayed with Jada and them. Like, them niggas was cool with us, like, kicking it over there and not leaving, you feel me? But we had to leave to go see that 7-world wonder, like, and my homegirls, they was like, yeah, like, we down to leave, you know? Like, honestly, I tell this story because, you know, I feel like rappers be having a reputation, you know, and I haven't been around every rapper, so I don't know how they and their crews are, but I got mad respect for Jada and his niggas, bro. Dead ass. Like, them niggas did not make anybody feel uncomfortable, me or my 2 homegirls. And we was the strangers around a bunch of niggas that, you know, I haven't seen Jada, like, you know, I listen to his music, love his music, and I've seen him on, like, fucking YouTube and shows and shit like that, but it's the first time I'm seeing him in person, so I don't know the nigga, right? For real. You know, like, they was respectful, you know what I'm saying? We left, and we went to Chichen Itza, and, like, that memory is, like, stuck in my head, because it was just like, it's like I met an OG, and I wasn't disappointed. I was even more like I gained even more respect, and I was, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, they say sometimes you see your idol and you might have a whole different experience, but this is not like like I'm walking by, like, you know, it's like, yo, what's up? Take a picture. No, spent hours, you feel me? And, you know, dude is solid, and all his peoples are, and salute to Jadakiss. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a fact, man. This is one for the books, for real, you know? And hopefully, I see the nigga again.
Tell him expression is gold.
I want to talk about murder, okay? Murder, your life's on the line. So, murder is a part of life, okay? Even in the Bible, you know, God gave certain men power so they can murder other men. Murder has always been a part of humans. You know what I'm saying? I think senseless murder is what actually gets a backlash. But, you know, United States of America will go to somewhere in the Middle East and drop a bomb and come and say, we had to terminate a location where the insurgents were building nuclear weapons. And we had to do this in order to protect the United States of America and the freedom of this country. And niggas would be like, yeah, kill them all, yeah. So are you really against murder? You know what I mean? I just think when it comes to black people, murder should just be more organized. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't you can't be rich, successful, be in the heavy leagues, and your shooter gets on Percocet to go do the shooting for you. It just don't make sense, man. Like, these other motherfuckers that's knocking people off, they got professionals that do this. Professionals that hop in the jet with a silencer, hop back in the jet and go all the way to Israel or go to Syria or go back to Nigeria, go back to wherever, and then go do some shit over somewhere, hop in another jet, like wear a suit, dress like or whatever, might even dress like a gay person. Like, they plan this shit out and they're not hitting no innocent bystanders. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we glamorize how niggas kill and niggas literally being mentally ill and just shooting anything just to be able to say they shot a gun and it's glamorized, it's like, no, man. I don't be surprised when niggas get caught. They don't plan nothing. They move up for emotion. You know? Let's go slide. Let's all do perks. Let's drink Hennessy. Let's get fucked up. And then we are so fucked up, we go out there and shoot whatever. And then we call ourselves gangsters, killers. No, man. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, I asked the question, I believe I asked it on my Discord, like, who do you respect? The shooter or the one that funds the shooter, the one that puts the bread up? And you will be surprised how limited niggas are in the mind. There's niggas that said they respect the shooter more than the one that calls the shot and put the bread up. It's crazy. That's literally saying you respect the soldier more than the general that's in the war room organizing the shit. How? But that's how niggas think. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to downplay the shooter. It's just speaking about those two dynamics. You know? Hope said, I try to teach niggas how to be kings and all they want. I try to teach niggas how to be kings and all they wanted to be was soldiers. And niggas literally just want to be soldiers. Niggas just want to be soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And the women, like, literally think that is what makes a man. Like, he's a killer. He got on perks and went and slid. That's a real man. But the other nigga that they never seen commit a crime, who's probably the nigga that's doing the heavy shit. Oh, you a pussy. Nigga, you never been to jail. You a pussy. How you clown a nigga that never got caught? There's niggas that will literally be like, nigga, you never been to jail. You never got caught, so you ain't gangster. Nigga, you ain't about it. And there's bitches that will clown that too. Oh, man, he's green. Yeah, his record is clean. He green. You know? So it's just the mentality, man. It's very backwards. And so 1,000 years from now, when historians look back and they read and they examine the culture today, they would say this was the dumbest niggas ever was. Ever. The dumbest niggas ever was. And that's a fact. I believe that. I'm out.
Okay, how?